Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I'm Leslie Fightmaster, and today's class is a yoga class for toning and weight loss. Although weight loss is really not the most important part of the class. If you're looking for that, a lot of it comes from what you eat, and of course, most importantly, your state of mind. The more you love yourself, the more you love your body, the more it's going to be just the way you want it to be. The scale's just a number. It doesn't really mean anything. So I'm so glad that you're joining today, and grab 2 blocks and a strap, maybe a blanket if you have one to sit on. And don't forget to push the like button. Let's see how many likes we can get. And subscribe to our channel. Tell all your friends. And most importantly, enjoy yourself and have a great day. Let's get started. We'll begin sitting nice and tall and just start to find your breath here. So breathing in and out through the nose if that's available to you, and if it's not, then through the mouth. Bring your hands together in front of your heart and take a moment to set your intention. How about we do one together today? The intention of I am enough, I have enough, I do enough. And let your eyes just softly blink open. And we'll make our way onto the hands and knees. And then to child's pose, keeping the arms in front, or you could rest your head on your hands, whatever is more comfortable for you. And just start to lengthen here again with your breath. Again, your inhales and your exhales, trying to keep them equal. And then reach the arms forward, inhale, straighten the elbows, exhale, walk your hands off to the right, shift your hips over to your left, and take a couple of breaths stretching out the left side body. Inhale, center, and exhale, walk the hands to the left, shifting your hips to the right and stretching through the right side body. And then inhale, bring the arms back to center. Interlace your fingers or hook your thumbs at your low back. On your exhale, start to reach the arms up toward the ceiling, any amount, stretching out the shoulders. Just gently stretching the shoulders, making sure that your elbows aren't going past straight. And then release that, unhook, and then reclasp with the other pinky on top or the other thumb on top. And exhale again, lift the arms up any amount. Try and keep the elbows just a little bit soft as you make this movement from the shoulders instead of moving from the elbow joints. And then come up on to sit onto your knees, release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, take your right hand down and reach your left arm up and over. So your right hand can rest anywhere on your leg or on the ground or on a block. Take a breath here. Inhale through center, reach both arms up again. Exhale the left hand down and reach over toward the left side. Breathing again now through the right side body. So nice. Inhale, arms back to center. It's so nice to move the spine in all different ways. Now reach your right leg out to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Reach the left arm in line with the left ear. This is called gate pose. So again, you're stretching that side body, giving some lateral stretch to the spine. And then back to center. And take your knee back down. Extend your left leg out. Left foot flat on the floor. Both arms up. Inhale. Exhale, lean to the left. Keep that right arm in line with the ear as you stretch over. Let your shoulder blades release away from the ears. And then come back to center. And onto hands and knees. And then come forward on your inhale as you exhale, lower all the way to the belly and bring your arms alongside your torso. All 10 toenails press down into the floor. Tailbone gently reaches to the heels. Inhale, lift into Shalabhasana. Pubic bones pressing down, belly is lifting up. Keep the back of the neck long. Inner thighs lift toward the ceiling and breathe. This is a great pose now to strengthen the back muscles. Release and rest. And then we'll do this one again. This time bring your arms forward in line with your ears and inhale, lift everything up. If that's too much, you can keep your arms by your sides. Pull the belly away from the floor. Keep the back of the neck long. Inner thighs are lifting up, tailbones lengthening toward the heels. And release, let it go. Take a couple breaths here. You might feel the heart beating a little bit faster, moving the energy through the body. And then take the hands to the low back, interlace fingers or hook thumbs. Once again, inhale, lift everything up. Keep the back of the neck long, widen across the collarbones. Your shoulder blades are moving in toward one another. And breathing here. And release and rest. And then once again, interlace fingers, other pinky on top or other thumb. One more time, inhale, lift up. Stretch your hands towards your feet. Pull your belly away from the floor. Tailbone lengthens towards heels. Outer hips pin in. And inner thighs spiral up. And then let it go. And let yourself relax here for just another breath. And then hands by low ribs. Press all the toenails down. Inhale for cobra. Peel the chest up. And then come to the knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees in this first down dog. Stretch out the spine and then start to straighten the right knee. And then bend it and straighten the left knee. And then bend it. Maybe see if you can get a little more length in your downward facing dog as you continue bicycling the legs. So think about down dog as a way that you can lengthen out your spine. Because we sit, we stand, we walk, we run, all these things compress the spine. Downward dog does the opposite. So if that means you need to keep your knees a little bit bent, that's fine. Make sure the arms are shoulders distance, the feet are hips width. Spread the fingers really wide. Press into the base of your fingers as your forearms lift away from the mat. And then imagine you're moving the weight up to the hips and reaching it down toward the heels. Outer edges of your feet are parallel and gaze between your knees or your feet. Just a gentle, steady gaze. Focusing again, always bring it back to the breath. And you can always remind yourself, I am enough, I have enough, I do enough. Look forward, walk your feet up to the hands. Take an inhale, hands to shins, lengthen the spine, look up. As you exhale, fold, bend the knees as needed. Now rooting down through the feet, inhale, reach all the way up, stretching tall. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We'll find our Tadasana here at the front of the mat. Feet together or hips width, whatever's more comfortable. Press evenly through the feet. Firm the leg muscles. As you're pressing down into the floor, lift away with your inner and outer arches of your feet. Draw your navel in and up and lengthen your tailbone to the heels. Widen across your collarbones. Keep the belly drawn in gently and your chin level with the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up, but keep the ribs in, keep the tailbone lengthening down. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips, not bending from the waist, but lengthen forward. Then inhale, look up halfway. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. Step into plank pose, top of a push-up. Lower chaturanga, knees can be up or down here. Inhale to cobra or an up dog. If you're an up dog, get your thighs and knees off the floor. Then exhale, tuck the toes, make your way back into down dog. Down dog, arms and ears are in line. And again, that gentle gazing point between the knees or the feet. So if you have a gentle gazing point or drishti, as it's called in Sanskrit, it helps to keep the mind quiet. That along with your steady breathing. Look up, bend the knees, step or hop the feet up. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, fold in. Press through the feet, rise up, inhale, look up. unless it bothers the neck. And then exhale back to Tadasana. Grab a block and take it in between your inner thighs and walk to the back of your mat. This is a great little exercise to see if we're using our legs as much as we should be. I know I usually don't. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, you'll fold forward, bend the knees as needed, and walk yourself. Actually, first forward fold, then inhale, lengthen halfway, keep squeezing that block. Then walk yourself forward into plank pose, top of a push-up. So notice how much work your legs are doing, and then lower chaturanga, knees can be down. Inhaling to upward dog or to cobra, inner thighs will spin up because of that block, and exhale back into down dog. And just notice the difference in your downward facing dog, in your plank, and your up dog when you're holding that block and you have to use your muscles to keep it there. It might feel a lot different. It might not feel very different at all, but just notice. Take another breath here. Keep pulling the ribs and belly in, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Then inhale, hands to shins, halfway up. Exhale and fold. Now shift your hips right over the heels if you can straighten the legs. Press through the feet, rise up, look up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale again, sweep the arms up. And exhale, fold and hinging from the hips. Inhale, hands to shins, look up, lengthen, or fingertips on the floor. Exhale, walk yourself out to plank pose. Make sure the shoulders are right above the wrists. And use the belly muscles to help hold you. Then lower chaturanga, shoulders no lower than elbows. Then inhale to press into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. And exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So if this feels a lot different using the block here, just notice that it's something to keep in mind for your practice, that you want to use your legs more. And the reason I even bring it up is because I'm one of those people who needs to use her legs more. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, full crown of the head reaching down, hips over heels. And with a long spine, inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to hearts. I'm going to do it once again. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Then inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, walk yourself to plank pose. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, take Chaturanga Dandasana. Hug the elbows in as you lower, or you can always hold plank. Then inhaling, upward dog or cobra, your choice. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, stretch all the way back into down dog. Breathing here. Again, I am enough, I have enough, I do enough. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. This time bend the knees into chair pose, Utkatasana, holding that block. Keep the belly lifted, arms and ears in line if you can. Shift the weight back toward the heels, tailbone down. And now to sweep your right arm back, look to the right, but keep pulling the left hip back. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, open the arm to the left. Keep the right hip pulling back. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, right arm back. Inhale, bring the arms back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, left arm back. Inhale, sweep it back to center, sit back. Exhale. And come to stand. We can move that block out of the way. Thank goodness. But still imagine as we're moving through these next poses, and when you're moving through your vinyasas, as if you've got that block there. So firm the legs as if you're holding the block in your Tadasana pose. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around and up. Exhale, hinge forward into Uttanasana. Then inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, step into plank pose. Imagine that block is there. And then holding a moment, chaturanga, still holding that imaginary block. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. And exhale back into downward facing dog. So hopefully that little exercise with the block helped. Inhale, lift the right leg up from the inner thigh so hips are level. And then exhale, draw knee in toward the belly. Shoulders over wrists and lightly step it up by the right hand. Pull the right hip back and down. Inhale, come into a high lunge. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Bend your back knee, drop your tailbone down. Pull your right hip back and then straighten the leg. Keep lifting your hip bones up towards your lower ribs. Stretch out through arrow straight arms. Make sure the front ribs are drawing in and you're stretching through the back body. Let's bend that back knee, take it almost to the floor or tap it down. Inhale, exhale, bend the knee and then straighten it. If it bothers the knee, keep it straight. One more time, bend the knee, then straighten it. Then walk your hands to the floor and walk them towards your left foot. Use your hands to help steady you. Or you can bring your hands up at the heart. Make sure your left knee is over your middle toes, so your back foot, your left foot's turning to the side a little. Now straighten out the feet so that they're pointed straight ahead, toes in a little, and fold into Prasarita Padottanasana A. Notice where the weight is in your feet. If it feels like it's all in the heels, shift it a little toward the balls of your feet. If you have any discomfort in your outer ankles, move the weight toward the big toes. Inhale, come halfway up, walk your hands to the front of the mat. Exhale to plank and chaturanga, knees up or down, or hold plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog, hold that imaginary block, and exhale to downward facing dog. I'll do the left leg, so lift it up from the inner thigh on your inhale. Exhale, pause a moment, draw the leg in toward the belly, shoulders over wrists, and then lightly step it up by the left foot. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Bend the back knee as you come into your crescent pose. So you can drop the tailbone down and reach the arms up. Draw the ribs and belly in. Arrow straight arms, palms will face each other. So if you have knee issues, you don't have to do the extra movement. If your knee's okay, bend the back knee any amount and then exhale, straighten it. Keep your left knee over the ankle. Inhale, bends. Exhale, straighten the leg. Keep pulling the left hip back one more time. Inhale, bend, whoops, and exhale, straighten. If you wobble, that happens sometimes. Bring your hands to the mats and then walk your hands all the way towards your right foot. Right toes will turn out and you're on the heel of your left foot. So you can use your hands to help you balance, or if you feel pretty balanced, bring your hands up to the heart. Press into that left heel and lift the left leg away from the mat. Take another breath. And now take your feet to parallel. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold for Prasarita Padottanasana D. If it seems like that's not so comfortable, you can always stay with the other position with your hands on the floor. Gently draw the shoulders away from the ears. Imagine that you're holding a block between your inner thighs here as well, or a big beach ball. Just something to keep that awareness in the legs. So you're pulling up on the kneecaps, firming the leg muscles all the way up into those hip sockets. As we're firming and we're toning. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, walk to the front of the mat. And step to plank. Pausing here, chaturanga, keep using the legs. Inhale, press up through the hands and feet. And exhale, back to down dog. Breathe here. If you want to break, push the pause button, come to your knees and take a break. This is your practice. You can take breaks whenever you need. Just most importantly, be nice to yourself. That's the most important thing. And then look up, bend the knees, step or hop your feet. Take an inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. And then pressing into the feet, inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale the hands to heart. Finding Tadasana again. This time inhale Utkatasana, chair pose. Then exhale belly to thighs, straighten the knees, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, step or float back, Chaturanga. If you're floating back, land with the elbows bent. Inhale, press into the hands and feet. Make sure the legs are working. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps back, foot flat. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Pull the right hip back. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. And inhale, press through the hands and feet. Exhale, downward dog. On the inhale, left foot steps back, foot is flat. Virabhadrasana one, warrior one. Pull the left hip back. Exhale, move through Chaturanga. Inhale, into up dog or cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. So we're going to move through a couple of rounds of Surya B. That was one round. We're going to get the heart rate up a little bit. Almost like a little bit of cardio work for our toning and weight loss, even though we don't have to focus on the weight loss. Let's come down to the knees and onto the forearms. Interlacing the fingers, tuck the toes into dolphin pose. Make sure your elbows don't go wider than the shoulders. Lift the shoulders gently away from the floor. It's a great shoulder stretch as well as strengthening. Then walk your feet back about a foot. Inhale, come forward to dolphin plank. This is a wonderful strengthening pose. So lift the backs of the knees. Imagine you still have that block that you're holding. Pull the belly in. Don't let your head drop. So look just a tiny bit forward so the back of the neck stays long. And then walk your feet in and lift your hips back up into regular dolphin. Breathe in here. Couple long breaths. And then step back again about a foot. Bring the chest forward again into dolphin plank. Breathe here. Lift away from the floor with your belly and with your knees, the backs of the knees, your thighs. Tailbone's going to reach to heels, and then lift your hips up as you walk your feet in. Again to dolphin, and then this time we'll take the knees down. And then onto the hands back into downward facing dog. Look forward, bend the knees, and come through and sit. So we're going to do a little bit of strengthening work here. So grab your blocks, take them on either side of your hips, and sit up nice and tall for boat pose. So first in Navasana boat pose, knees can be bent or straight, but if you do straighten the legs, make sure the back isn't rounded. Lift your chest. Keep the belly lifted. Now, hands on the blocks right next to your hips. Cross your ankles and lift anything off. Then straighten the legs and sit back down. Now bring the hands behind you. Inhale, press up. This is Purvottanasana. You can also do that with bent knees. It's a little easier. And then sitting back down. We're going to do the whole thing again. So right next to the hips, sit up in Navasana. You got your blocks next to your hips. Keep the chest lifted. Steady breath, belly in, then cross the shins, other shin in front, press down, lift up, anything at all, then straighten the legs and sit your buns down. Then bring your hands back about a foot, press into reverse table, Purvottanasana, lift up, still holding that imaginary block between the legs, press your toes into the floor if they will, and then set yourself back down. Once again, boat pose, Navasana. Chest lifted, belly lifted. And we're going to do some breathing. So exhaling. Do the best you can. So short exhales through the nose. Then cross the shins, lift up. Stretch the legs out, sit down, bring your hands behind you. This time bend the knees, lift up into reverse table, or you can keep the legs straight and exhale through the nose. So the inhales are passive, the exhales are through the nose with a little force. Just keep going with the breath. It's called Kapalabhati, and it's very good for strengthening. And then sitting back down. And we'll put those blocks off to the side. And then bridge pose. So we're going to come up into bridge, lay down, feet are hips width apart, interlace the fingers, And we're going to take just a regular bridge this first time, I think. And then let's start the breathing again. Here we go. Spiral the thighs in toward each other. Keep breathing. A little bit longer, chin is away from the chest. Now hold the breath. Hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. And then exhale and roll yourself down. Take the soles of feet together and the knees apart. And rest here a moment. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to do one more round of that Kapalabhati breath in a bridge pose. So feet are hips width, press into the heels, lift into bridge. And release the fingers if you can. Roll the shoulders under, or hands can just stay alongside. Inhale and breathing. Keep going. Keep that nice forced exhale, just a passive inhale. Chin away from chest, thighs are spiraling in, toes in a little. Now inhale, hold the breath. Hold, hold, hold. And release, exhale, and roll down. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug. Rock side to side. And then grab a block for supported bridge. So put the block right at the base of the spine. And then lift the legs. So have the block either in the lowest or the medium height, not the highest height. I'm just going to allow gravity to do some work on our legs. So just like our spine is affected by standing and sitting, walking and running, so are our legs. So it's nice for them to go in the opposite direction as well. Bend the knees, take the feet back down, lift off your block, and hug your knees into your chest. And then rock back and forth, and all the way up. Sit up tall in Dandasana. Extend the legs in front. And then bend your right knee in. Right foot on the floor, right hand behind. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring it across and twist. As you inhale, see if you can lengthen up a little with your spine. And exhale, roll the right shoulder open as you twist. Make sure that your left toes point straight up to the ceiling. And keep the left ankle flexed so that your left leg stays engaged. Inhale, head to center. Exhale, unwind. And then just let that right leg open to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, and come forward. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, extend. So hinging from the hips. Lengthening the belly toward the thigh, not worrying about getting the head down to the knee. So instead of rounding the back, we create length. Inhale, head up. Exhale to release. Straighten out your right leg, bend the left. Left hand behind, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, take it across and twist. So inhale, sit tall, lengthen. Exhale, roll your left shoulder open. So remember, every inhale, see if you can get a little length. Every exhale, roll the left shoulder back. And then head to center, unwind it. Let the left leg open to the left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, Janu Shirsasana. Extend forward. Lengthen as you inhale. Extend as you exhale. Pull your right toes back from the right leg. Belly is lengthening toward the thigh. Now I've got a strap available, and you could use a strap here, putting it on the ball of the foot if it's hard for you to reach your foot. And then head up and release. And then onto your back. You want to lengthen the tailbone toward the heels. And make your way into Shavasana. So take a little time to get comfortable. Shoulder blades down toward the waist. The feet will flop open. Arms by your sides, just a little away from the body. And then once you feel like you are comfortable enough Then just let everything go. I'll be back in a moment. Relax in your Shavasana. As you're resting here, I've got a long quote today, so I'm going to read some of it here and some of it at the end. It's from Steve Maraboli called Get Off the Scale. You are beautiful. Your beauty, just like your capacity for life, happiness, and success, is immeasurable. Day after day, countless people across the globe get on a scale in search of validation of beauty and social acceptance. Get off the scale. I have yet to see a scale that can tell you how enchanting your eyes are. I have yet to see a scale that can show you how wonderful your hair looks when the sun shines its glorious rays on it. I have yet to see a scale that can thank you for your compassion, sense of humor, and contagious smile. Get off the scale because I have yet to see one that can admire your perseverance when challenged in life. Let's make our way up to seated. Bringing hands to forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts, and the hands to the heart, clear and loving intentions. Bring our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. Namaste, sending out beautiful energy to all beings everywhere. And finishing our quote. It's true, the scale can only give you a numerical reflection of your relationship with gravity, and that's it. It cannot measure your beauty, talent, purpose, life force, possibility, strength, or love. Don't give the scale more power than it has earned. Take note of the number, then get off the scale and live your life, because you are beautiful. Have a wonderful day. Bye. I hope you enjoyed your practice today. I'm really glad that you showed up and took care of yourself, because that's what's most important. Thank you for subscribing and pushing the like button. And if you can afford to help support Fightmaster Yoga, there's a donate link below, or at fightmasteryoga.com, there's a donate button. And we are so grateful for any donations that we receive. It helps us more than I could possibly tell you. And we just want to keep making videos for you. So most importantly, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.